Hello and welcome to my channel. This is your friendly free soul rider. So today I'm on the Royal Enfield Shotgun. So this is the same parallel twin 650 engine, and I'm testing this bike out. And I just got out of the showroom and I'm going to be doing a 250 kilometer ride today. And let's see how this bike handles both in the traffic as well as on the highway. So my first impressions of this motorcycle is that it's definitely compact compared to, and this is definitely a tank hugger. So right now we are going through the toll and there's no issue at all. You can just easily maneuver it through the narrow lane. Wow, it really accelerates. This one really accelerates. I think that extra 0.65 added on to the bhp 47.65 does make a difference. Not a very big difference, but I do feel the acceleration coming in, and you can just see that I'm trying to accelerate. Yeah, so that was a small test. We are not going to break any traffic rules unnecessarily, because this is an 80 kilometer zone. And mind you, I'm still getting used to the bike. Just because I ride a Super Meteor 650 doesn't mean that it is the same, because the ergonomics on this bike is very different than the Super Meteor 650. The first 2 kilometers I was trying to press the rear pedal, the gear shifter, because I'm so used to doing that. So on this bike you sit straight. I mean, not very straight. I mean, my arms are very normal in the sense they are not too long or too short. So I just feel that I'm not sitting very straight. I'm slightly lean forward, not like the GT650. But then again, I'm trying to compare with the Super Meteor 650, which I personally own, and I have ridden almost like 4,500 kilometers so far. So on that you really sit very straight. So here, this is, you are kind of leaning a little forward. So maybe if you would want to sit straight, I think you can add handle raisers if you're looking for that. I personally am very okay with this stance. It's just perfect for me, because if you want, you can also bend forward like this, tuck your shoulders inside like a sports bike. I mean, on this bike you just feel so free, you just feel like accelerating. I mean, you wouldn't know when you're exceeding, when you're going, the needle is above 100. This does move, this bike does move. Even though the engine is the same as a parallel 650 twin. But in my personal opinion, I think that 0.65 bhp bump has made the difference. And also, this bike is, I think, a kilo and a half less than the Super Meteor 650. And this has a smaller tank as well. This is 13.8 liters. And if I'm right, the Super Meteor 650 has a 14.7 liter tank. Well, it's just a liter difference, not much. But there's something about this bike. I think it's just with the, you know, the riding triangle, the way you sit, it just makes you feel compact. It just makes you feel compact. You don't hesitate to filter. It's not very imposing. But what I really don't like is that when you put your feet down, you know, this, I don't know if you can see, the foot pegs are in the way. The foot pegs are in the way. So I don't know, because I could be feeling like this because I ride a cruiser all the time. So in the cruiser your feet are stretched and your foot pegs are not here where they are. So I think it's just that. But if anyone has ridden the Shotgun, has noticed the same thing, please feel free to write in the comments. The braking, well, the braking is the same as the Super Meteor 650. It is adequate, but personally I think the braking could have been better, even on the Super Meteor 650 and this bike. Somewhere the bite is lacking, so when you're braking you have to think in advance, but it's not all that bad. So as you know, in bigger bikes it's always 70-30. That means 70% is your front brake and 30% is the rear brake. So that is the formula. Bigger the bike, the usage of the front brake is more, it's optimum. Well, again and again I feel the foot pegs are in the way. I think they're a little bit extended out. It does feel classic. I mean, of course this is a roadster, this is a bobber bike, but then again it's in its own league. You cannot put this bike in a segment. It's very difficult for me personally to put this bike in a segment. I've been riding motorcycles for many years. I've owned many motorcycles, but it is difficult to put this bike in a single segment. I think it's got colors and elements from different categories. I filtered in between the trucks so well. So this is the kind of confidence that this bike gives you, because it doesn't feel as imposing. I mean, you don't feel that I'm not going to make through. It has enough and more torque. It's very, very important. I mean, you need that torque not because you have to go fast, but in traffic conditions where you have to filter, where you have to overtake, is so crucial, that 1 second, 2 seconds. So you need that torque for you to, you know, overtake the vehicle in front of you. So this is a perfect place for me to check the shocks, the rear shocks. If they feel stiff. Slightly an uneven road with a few bad patches. So far it does feel good. I'm purposefully kind of not really braking or trying to go slow, because I really want to feel the shocks if they're stiff. Let's go on this bad patch. Let's go on this bad patch. No, absolutely not. They're absolutely fine. let's go on the speed breaker. Okay, shocks are pretty okay, no problem at all. So you can see the road condition is not very good, and because the handlebar is very appropriately placed, so you can swing the bike right, left if you have to avoid. This is what I'm trying to show you. Normally I wouldn't ride like this, but it is just for you guys, for my viewers, to understand how easy it is on this bike to maneuver and how nimble it is. So I'm in the 6th gear and absolutely no effort. The bike just pulls away, and is actually asking for more, like throttle me. And I will have to tell you about the stock seat. It's absolutely fine. I don't feel any strain on my lower back or on my tailbone or on my butt. It's absolutely fine. And time and again, it just reminds me of my old sports bike, a sports tourer that I owned, a Kawasaki 1000. So I kind of want to keep leaning in the front. I keep doing this. Wow. This is an exciting bike. See how beautifully it's going to handle this curve here. No problem at all. I was just wondering if there's something to do with the gearing of this bike, because I don't find it stalling. I feel that the gearing is very different. I will have to do a little more research and try and find out if Royal Enfield has worked on the gearing of this motorcycle so that it accelerates longer. The brakes have performed very well so far. I'm pretty satisfied with them. Anything to really complain about, because this is an honest review, an honest test ride. The bike is stable, handles very well. The steering is light. Almost reaching the destination. 3 kilometers away. Let's see. Okay, dogs, the guardians of the mountains, the hills. Yes, thank you for your kind permission. Okay, I think from here the road is nice. Okay, the tires are warmed up. I should have enough and more grip. Trust me, this bike doesn't have any electronics, so it's just plain ABS. And I touched the foot peg. I touched the foot peg again. I guess I'm leaning the bike quite a bit, like my sports bike that I really miss dearly, but the feeling on this bike is not too far away. Second and third to have that maximum traction, and I can say this machine is handling the curve very well. So for a very short distance I applied the fourth, so depending on the curve use the gears. Step to the fourth. traction, so on the third, always better. Here I'm coming on the second. Look where you gotta go, and the bike will go there. Still a beautiful road. I gotta be careful because there's always opposite traffic coming. Again, look where you gotta go, and the bike will go. No problem at all. No unnecessary braking. Same here, look where you gotta go, and the bike will go. Absolutely no braking. Always anticipate your curves, so make your decision much before that, and you're good to go. So slight braking here. I'm not applying brakes when I'm in the curves. You don't have to rush. Negotiate the curves at your own speed, at your comfort level. It does lean well in the corners, but you can't really take it too down because the foot pegs are going to get scraped. But it's very impressive. Trust me, you will enjoy riding this motorcycle in the curves like this. Okay, we have reached the top. Some kind of ancient temple here. Okay, I will stop here. The Royal Enfield Shotgun 650 is powered by a 648cc air and oil-cooled SOHC engine. It produces about 47.65 PS at 7,250 RPM of power with 52 Newton meters at 5,250 RPM. The bobber-like styling makes it stand out. The torquey motor leads to some fun riding experiences, and the agile handling characteristics are unexpected but very much welcome. The bike has 43 mm Showa forks in the front that are 33 mm shorter, and has rear twin Showa shocks that are 20 mm. These changes affect the bike's geometry quite drastically. The levers on the consoles are the same as those found on the Super Meteor 650, making the fit and finish quite premium. Now, talking about the braking system, it's all bi-brake kit on the bike, backed by a 2-channel ABS system. Okay, that's the end of the nice road, and thank you very much for watching this vlog. I hope this helps you. This is a very honest review. I have not been endorsed by Royal Enfield or Acclaim Motors, from where I have taken this motorcycle for the test ride. I would like to thank people from Acclaim Motors for this opportunity. And once again, thank you very much, all of you, for watching this channel. If you have any comments or any feedback, please feel free to leave your comments and let me know. And let's wait for the next review to happen. Thank you very much. Have a nice day.